What if DR Congo shocks Portugal? Welcome back to Foot Empire. Every tournament creates unforgettable moments. Every tournament produces unexpected heroes. And every tournament delivers at least one shock that nobody saw coming. This time, that shock could come from Africa. Because today, we're asking a fascinating question. At first glance, many football fans would dismiss the possibility. Portugal is one of the strongest teams in the tournament. They have world-class players. They have experience. They have depth. And they have legitimate ambitions of winning the World Cup. DR Congo, on the other hand, enters the tournament as an outsider. Most experts don't expect them to challenge the biggest football nations. Most predictions favor Portugal confortably. But football has never been played on paper. And that's exactly what makes the World Cup so special. Let's start with Portugal. This Portuguese team is loaded with talent. From defense to attack, they possess quality everywhere. Their midfield can dominate possession. Their attack can create chances from almost nothing. And their defense is far more organized than in previous generations. Portugal is a team built to compete for trophies. Many fans believe this could be their best chance ever to become world champions. That is why a defeat against DR Congo would send shockwaves across the football world. The pressure on Portugal would immediately increase. Questions would begin to appear. Are they overrated? Can they handle expectations? Do they really have what it takes to win the World Cup? One unexpected defeat could completely change the narrative of their tournament. But let's talk about DR Congo. Because this isn't a team that should be underestimated. The gap between traditional giants and emerging nations has become smaller. Many Congolese players now compete in Europe. They bring experience, athleticism, and confidence. Most importantly, they have nothing to lose. That makes them dangerous. Very dangerous. Underdogs often perform their best football when expectations are low. No pressure, no fear, no verden. Just belief. And belief can be incredibly powerful in tournament football. Imagine the opening minutes. Portugal dominates possession. The world expects them to score early. But DR Congo stays organized. They defend with discipline. They frustrate Portugal. Minutes become hours. The pressure grows. The Portuguese players become impatient. The crowd becomes nervous. Suddenly, the impossible begins to feel possible. Then imagine this. A quick counterattack. One mistake from Portugal. One perfect pass. One clinical finish. DR Congo takes the lead. At that moment, everything changes. The pressure explodes. Portugal is no longer controlling the match. They're chasing it. And the longer the score remains unchanged, the more confidence DR Congo gains. This is exactly how giant killings happen. Not through luck, but through discipline, belief, and taking advantage of key moments. One of DR Congo's biggest strengths could be their physicality. African teams are often among the most athletic in world football. They can press aggressively, they can win duels, and they can make life difficult for technically gifted opponents. If they combine that physical strength with tactical discipline, Portugal could face a much tougher challenge than expected. Another important factor is emotion. World Cups are emotional tournaments. Momentum matters. Confidence matters. Energy matters. If DR Congo starts believing they can win, their performance level could rise dramatically. We've seen it happen many times before. History is filled with World Cup upsets. Nobody expected Senegal to defeat defending champions France in 2002. Nobody expected South Korea to reach the semi-finals in 2002. Nobody expected Morocco to reach the semi-finals in 2022. Yet they did. Why? Because football is unpredictable. Because passion can overcome pressure. And because anything is possible over 90 minutes. Now let's think about the consequences. What happens if DR Congo actually wins? First, it would instantly become one of the biggest stories of the tournament. News outlets around the world would cover it. Football fans everywhere would talk about it. The victory would inspire millions across Africa. Young players would dream bigger. Supporters would believe more. The entire continent would celebrate. For Portugal, however, the consequences could be serious. A defeat would complicate qualification. The margin for error would disappear. Every remaining match would become a must-win game. Instead of focusing on winning the group, Portugal would suddenly be fighting to survive. That's the danger of World Cup football. One result can change everything. But can DR Congo actually pull it off? The truth is that Portugal remains the favorite. They have more experience, they have more depth, and they possess some of the best players in the world. If Portugal plays at its highest level, they should win. However, football isn't about what should happen. It's about what does happen. And that's why fans love this sport. Because every once in a while, an underdog writes history. Every once in a while, a nation shocks the world. Every once in a while, the impossible becomes reality. Could DR Congo be that story in 2026? Could they become the team everyone talks about? Could they create the biggest upset of the tournament? It's not impossible. In fact, that's exactly what makes this match so exciting. Portugal enters with everything to lose. DR Congo enters with everything to gain. And when those two forces collide, magic can happen. My prediction? Portugal remains the favorite. But if they underestimate DR Congo for even a moment, they could be in serious trouble. Because World Cups don't reward reputation. They reward performance. And on the biggest stage in football, anything can happen. What do you think? Can DR Congo shock Portugal and the world? Or will Portugal prove why they are among the favorites to lift the trophy? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more World Cup 2026 coverage right here on Foot Empire. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.